Hello! Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you 4 easy tricks that you can do inside the camera. And one masking trick. It's also, you need to do a lot more in camera than... Let's hop on in Premiere Pro. I'm talking too much, I think, so let's go. Alright, we're now in Premiere Pro, of course. The first of all is a static shot. What I mean with that, just standing and doing nothing. Why is that so? Why? Why should I do that? That easy it is when you do it on another location, on exactly the same. It is way too easy to transport you to another dimension. Well, it looks like you're still standing on the same place. Let's see. Hop on in first. Let's choose a little bit of footage from here. This I to select the in point, to O select the out point, drag it onto the timeline, going to the next one. I already did it. You can see from there to there. I walk away out of the frame, so put that behind it. Let's take that one a little bit up, dissolve, just like that. Let's make a come in. And if you can see, transition. It's not that good, but I will make it a little bit better. So hop on in effect controls. I have everything a little bit changed. That's how I work the best, but you have effect controls, you need to look for it. So going to effect controls, first what I'm going to do is I see I am too small, that I'm going to make myself bigger. 18, let's other side, that one going down. How does that look? Let's see how this looks. Let's send it 1, 2. It's laggy, I know. And it looks like you're still on the same position where you were. I leave my backpack on because I want to show you the transition. So you notice that I have the backpack on. So there are 2 different shots. What else? People can think that you are in front of a green screen or something. I am not. As you can see perfectly, when you make the color grade good, it's a perfect transition. If you really want to complete it, leave the backpack off and try to stand exactly the same how you stand in the shot before. So the transition is seamless. Transition number 2. I already was looking for it, so drag it in. This is a whip transition. So you whip it in the other side. You can see from here, you can see whippy. So take the other one, that was, I believe, this one. Yeah, this one from the beginning, around there. Always what I do with this kind of transition is apply default transition, like in cross dissolve or cross fade. You can see it's already looks kind of good. This one is a little bit slower, so let's make that one a little bit faster. First I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Why I'm going 3? I make it more pleasing to the eye by making blur to it. When you drive fast, I have my shutter very high because it was a very bright day and I forgot my filters. So you can see, you can almost still read the number plates on the cars, and that's not really what you want. So let's make this one first faster. Let's go into 1, 2, 3. Make a point in front of it. Go into 200 first. 200. Line this up longer. And see that is too fast. Let's going down to 150. It's a little bit of a puzzle, but you need to do it. So 150. Nope, a little bit faster. 170, 150, 155, around that, I believe. Let's see. That looks a whole much better. So 1, 2, 3. You see it's a little bit too long, make it smaller, just like that. Cut it. Nest it. So I'm going to effect blur. You can choose, you can Gaussian blur or directional blur. For these kind of things I use directional blur. That just looks a little bit nicer. Degrees 90. Starting at 0. And going all the way up to 55. 50. 50, 60. Let's do 60. Ease in. Ease out, sorry, ease in. But now you see on the side you get a little bit of black bars here. So what we're doing is set the scale, going to the end, and just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scale it up. So ease out, no, ease out, ease in, and as you can see, you don't see the black bars. Let's go to the other side. Start with 105, set scale, going down to 100, ease out, ease in, so it goes from hard to soft, go into directional, 90 degrees again, start with, what do we have, 60? Start with 60, go into 0, let's ease it in and ease that out. And then I make a little bit of a mistake, I see. I nest it, but I need to nest it a little bit longer. So let's skip back. Okay, let's do it like this. So, okay. So you really need to overlap it. So going up, 1 bar, around that much, nest it, and then going back. Why? When you nest it, it becomes a solid clip, so you can't extend it, or you can't extend it, but you can shorten it. But I need to extend it for the transition fade. So let's fade it in the first time again. Let's make it around 3-4 frames. Just around that, softening. Yes, all right. Let's do directionals. It's already standing there, 60, that was good in the beginning, 0 in the beginning. Ease out to ease in. Also with that one, 100 to 105. Select it, ease out, ease out, ease in. You can see this is a little bit darker. Why is that? That's the overlapping, you can see. That's that part. So almost took it to the end. Same doing with this side. Starting 105, select the stopwatch, going in to the black, going back to 100, ease out, ease in. No directional blur, throwing on directional, 90, starting with 60, ease in, go to 0, ease out. And if you can see, it's a lot nicer. This is the big transition here, but you almost cannot see it because let's try it like this, because I see I stop rotating this clip around here, so you have 2 frames when it is stopping. So maybe it's more solid now. Let's see. Perfect transition. And you have the motion blur because it's more pleasing to the eye than you do not have it. Let's take them out. So if you can see, it's much harder to the eye when you use directional blur. Let's go into the another one. I call it From Sky to Heaven. Why I call it like that, I don't know. Out, pop it in, and you can do it on different ways. You can go from sky to sky, up and down, off up, and from the ground up. So I tried it with reflections in the water, but I need to change the color of the water a lot more to match it with the sky, color of the sky. You have seen that in the video, but I will show it now with sky to sky. So you can see I'm going from down up in the sky. You can see a little bit of clouds. You can see a little bit of clouds in there, but I need to make this water a lot bluer to match it the color of the sky here. You can see it's almost dark and that's almost white. So I take another one, and that's that one. Let's do that. Dissolve. It's going up. And you can see it's a lot more pleasing to the eye. This one is a little bit, let's lay that 105.1. Let's see how it looks now. Oh, looks it looks much nicer. You can see it's a little bit hard. Let's make it a little bit longer. Zoom in. So that's a lot more softening. I like that. But when you have completely white skies or completely blue skies, it's much more easier than with clouds like this. You still can see here are no clouds, there are clouds, and the next one. Here are clouds and there are almost not. You can see the transition, but it's a lot more pleasing to the eye when it is fully blue or completely cloudy. That's another one. Then you get 3. The softening, you need to think about your composition. You need exactly to think how you have standing something, or when you have a tree in front and you want to shoot it somewhere else, make sure there is a tree exactly on the same place in front of it, just like this. It looks like I'm in front of a green screen more if I didn't wear a backpack and get a little bit more time to get myself in a place. My head is here and my head is here, so but I also standing like this, not like a tree, just like that. So yeah, but it's still looking nice. The whip transition and the sky transition, that are 3 you can do inside of your camera. Number 4 is a black. I was already looking for it, so I take this one, and I got another one, but where is that one standing? Hello, are you there? Yeah, already here. So just do it like that, and when you see going in front of things, block it, and going back, it's just easy as that. Not really that hard to do, but it looks cooler than you think. There's just block it. Block the screen. Or fade to black, or whatever you want to call it, I don't know. And there is one you also can almost do, that's a mask kind of transition. Now I need to look for it first. I believe that was that one and that was this one, but I do not know for sure. You mask it. You can mask it different ways. I mask it from the first clip in front of a tree and then back in the other. Also make sure it go in the same directions. When that one is this one and the clip you want to mask underneath it go the other side, it looks very weird and it's not pleasing to the eye. So let's stop. Let's go into here. Let's make that one a little bit smaller. Let's take a fast masking. Let's go for it. Pop. This one is not really a hard one, but masking takes some time, but I love to do it. So it's the most, I think, creative way to mask from one side to another. You see it a lot in movies, but it's also kind of cool to do it yourself. Go to the start from here, and if you can see, you got a nice mask transition. It took a little bit of time. It's how difficult you want to have it. Is the tree right, or if is there a person walking in front of it? You need a mask a lot more than just a straight tree like this. But you can see it's almost look like it's neat. It's standing in this side, but it's also standing in this clip. So it's weird to see, but it's cool to have it. So that's a mask transition. That's a little bit of a bonus. So 5 transitions you can do inside of your camera. You need a little bit editing, but then you have it. So I hope you learned something from this. I hope to see your work with it. Let's try to make yourself one of these transitions. Think about it, try it. These are transitions you need to think before you shoot it or edit it. Remember that. If you want to mask and whip transition, think from where to where, or which sides, don't forget it. Not that one and that one, that doesn't look good. So that one and that one. So make sure to think about it and then film it and then edit it. Use the motion blur and it will be perfect, I guarantee you. So I hope you learned something from this, and then I hope to see you in another video. Aloha.